Hello and welcome to San Jacinto STAAR Family Night. We're going to be covering the Math and Reading STAAR Administration. Math will be Thursday, May 13th, and reading will be Thursday, May 20th. We'll be covering the testing day format, STAAR blueprint, performance level descriptors, and we'll review sample items from the release STAAR. Testing day format, we will be doing breakfast at normal time, 7:35 to 7:55. Testing will begin at 8 a.m. Parents will not be allowed to be coming to school, no visitors that day. The testing will run for 4 hours, so teachers will be posting time limits on the board to remind students of the time. Students can request at any time to go to the bathroom, and it is counted in that 4 hours. When students finish, they may read a book when they are finished. Students will have that 4 hours to complete the assessment. They will have both multiple choice and gradable test items for math. Anticipate multi-step questions rather than just simple one-step basic recall questions for math. Questions will be mostly in the form of word problems, graphs, and tables. This is the third grade math blueprint. So for category 1, numerical representation and relationships, it's just basic number computations. There's 8 questions. Category 2, computation and algebraic representations. There's going to be 13. These are going to be the more higher level multi-step questions. Category 3 is geometry and measurement. There are 7 questions. Category 4 is data analysis and personal financial literacy. There's 4 questions. This is the performance level descriptors for third grade math. There are 3 levels. At the bottom, you have level 1. This is going to be unsatisfactory. They're at a lower than third grade level. They get into level 2. That is going to be the satisfactory. They are on task for the third grade level. And then level 3 is at the top, advanced. They are above their third grade level. This is an example of one of the questions from one of the release STAARs. So at the top, you can see this is the TEAC 3.2a, composing and decomposing numbers. So as third grade, expanded notation is the first year that they will see it. And then the question asks for them to write it in standard form. So they do know standard form from previous years, but it's just added in expanded notation.
For the third grade reading test, it is set up as the same as far as having the 4-hour time limit. Teachers will post the reminders on the board of the time as well. The students may take breaks throughout the test, but it is counted towards their time. The blueprint is here in front of you. This is broken up into 3 categories for reading. The first is understanding across genres, which is the different types of reading, which is your fiction, your made-up stories, your nonfiction, your biographies, autobiographies. There are 5 questions from that category. Category 2 has 15 questions, and that is digging deep into their reading and understanding and analyzing the actual text. It's not basic recall anymore. And then even further into the informational text, there are 14 questions in category 3 for a total of 34 multiple choice questions. This year, they will be adding some field questions that are open-ended because the format of the test will be changing. The performance level descriptors are the same as the math as far as unsatisfactory, satisfactory, or advanced, depending on where the student falls. So here you'll see that it says did not meet, approaches, meets, and masters. But this is a sample passage, and this is only part of the passage that the students would see on their test. They will get a passage that goes all the way through, and then they will have questions at the end of the passage. Here are 2 sample questions. I explained to the students that there is a dictionary entry where it has the word and the definition. The definitions are all correct, but they have to choose the one that matches the way that they've used it in the passage. And then on number 2, you can see where they're having to decide which one best describes the characters and not just recalling how the characters look or what they're doing throughout the story. They have to do a lot of inferencing or thinking about why the characters are doing certain things. For extra practice at home, the students can access Education Galaxy and access their study plan, which they've had practice doing at school, so they can always show you how to do that as well. Also, something new this year is that all students are going to be taking their STAAR test online. There is no paper test this year. And since this is their first year for third grade, it is something they also have to get used to. So not only just STAAR, but also having to take it online. So their strategies might look a little different, but they can still practice those same reading strategies that we've been doing in class, or even their math strategies where they have to fold their paper and show their work on paper to help guide them throughout the test.
Just some last minute reminders. If you can please make sure you have your child to bed at a decent time. That'll help them be well rested and not sleepy because the test is bright and early. And then also if you would like, feed them a good high protein breakfast. Of course, we always have breakfast here as well, but that will help as well, making sure that they don't get sleepy or off task or their stomach is, bothering them. And just try to instill in them that it's going to be a good day. There's nothing to stress about, that it's just any other day. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and contact Ms. P or Ms. Cloto at any time, and we'll be here to answer any questions. You can contact Ms. Dominguez or Ms. Runquist as well if you have questions.